My previous review of Norton Security sparked a lot of debate. Some of it was great, some of it was just amateur trolling and spamming. It's a new year now, and it's time to start fresh. So here's my review of Norton Security in 2016. The first thing I'm going to say about their user interface is that it's clean, it's organized, but it's a downgrade from their previous user interface because I absolutely loved their, black theme user interface with the live map of threats all around the world. I personally thought that was really good. I'm a little bit disappointed that they decided to do away with it. However, this UI is not bad by any means. It's still very functional and useful. The basic stuff is at your disposal. You can do your scans and updates, and the advanced settings are there for the power users too. And the internal settings layout hasn't really changed since a long time, so this is something users will be familiar with. Now keep in mind all settings are at stock. I haven't decided to mess with any of these. I'm going to make sure that this product is up to date. I've done that several times. And here's something I need to mention. Norton, if you're listening, this update process could use some improvement. When I installed this product, even this time around, I ran an update and it said that the update is complete. It showed me this nice green check mark in the main UI. But when I ran it all over again, it still had to download other stuff, which is weird. If the update was incomplete, it should have shown me some kind of alert or asked me to perform another one. First of all, it should have just done it automatically, but I had to perform like 3 updates manually until I saw this not required. Even after each of those tries, I was seeing the nice green check mark. So a regular user would just perform the update once and wouldn't hit the update button again. I know it has auto update and it's not really a big issue, but it's still something that could be sorted out. So if you guys have watched the previous review, Norton didn't really do very well in the 0-day department, but I've heard a lot of good things about this product and it has been getting a lot of good reviews lately. So let's see how it stands up this time around. Let's get started with the Malware Links. Now, Norton has always had good web blocking signatures. That has been one of the good sides of Norton. Let's see. Here's our first URL. We're going to try to run it. And it cannot be downloaded. Norton thinks it's not safe, and therefore it was removed. The second one is host9.exe. Voyage. Wow, it's taking me on a voyage here. Beyond the horizon. Definitely not safe. Trust me, if you're a sailor, you know it's not safe. And there's no way I can run it. Norton has it covered. Let's move on to the third link. This is the same domain as the first link, so I presume it was blocked. Yes. It's not safe and has been removed. Now, I forgot to comment on the resource usage. What I noticed is this version of Norton Security, for some reason, has been taking up a bit more of my resources as compared to last time around. Maybe that's just me, but I'm feeling a little bit of a slowdown here. It's not much, but I'd say it's like moderate in terms of resource usage. But maybe they'll improve as time goes on. It's meant to be pretty light. Java.exe is also blocked. Very common malware name. That's some kind of Trojan, I believe. This is a malicious URL and it was blocked. So first time we're seeing their URL protection in action. And this one's actually a funny website. It says contact support. Seems like the website wasn't blocked. Now, if you click on any of these, it drops a file, which I guess is adware. Let's try it out. A free giveaway, daily deals. What do I want here? Discount coupons. Come on, guys, what do you want? Shopping deals. They've got it all. Nothing's better than a free giveaway. Trust me, this is not where I get the licenses when I do free giveaways for you guys. So I believe it should drop some kind of malicious file now. Or maybe it just does that for one of these links. I'm not sure. Let me see. It's definitely some spam site, but it doesn't seem to be dropping the file now, so... Well, you could say no harm done, I guess. Okay, here's a pop-up, but it's actually from Norton, Identity Safe. Okay, so... Basically just a, bunch of ad revenue stuff. It used to drop some kind of adware, but I guess it's not doing that on this computer for some reason. Let's proceed to the next URL. Let's try running this one, 80.exe. And this one was blocked too. So that's a clean sheet for Norton apart from this annoying adware website. But it didn't really drop any adware. Now, just to be sure, I'm going to run Hitman Pro, and after that we'll proceed to the important part, which is the detection and zero-day malware prevention test. Hitman Pro did not find any threats, so as I expected, the system is clean. Let's move on. Well, as you know, we totally love malware over here, so I have 500 of these guests that I've invited onto the system. I had to temporarily disable auto protect, of course. But now we're going to do a right-click scan, and we're going to see how many of these 500 threats Norton can detect and remove with its signatures. Now, Norton Scan interface is not exactly my favorite because it starts scanning things. I mean, the interface is not really very easy to read. For example, it shows so many files scanned and then all of a sudden the detected threats start popping up. So it can be a bit confusing at times, but that's not really an issue, to be honest. So let's just wait and see how many it can detect. That's most important. For those who are interested to know, these files are just a day old, maybe a couple, but they're fairly recent. Norton Scan process does take a while, so I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back with the results. If I get any prompts from Norton, I'm going to remove all the threats that it asks me about. I asked Norton to fix all of the leftover items, and as you can see now it says everything is fully resolved. All threats have been taken care of. So I'm just going to hit finish. And now we're going to take a look at the malware folder. It seems we have 58 items left, and I just calculated that translates to a detection ratio of 88.4%, which is not bad considering these samples are fairly recent. It isn't excellent or anything. A lot of security products are much better at this, but it's not too bad either. I'd say it's kind of an average detection ratio for these files. So now we're going to see how Norton can deal with unknown files or files for which it does not have any signatures. So I have re-enabled auto protect. As you can see, it is turned on. Everything's green. And if we go into settings, sonar is turned on. All default settings here. So now I'm going to start executing these files one by one. We'll just randomly execute a few, and we'll see how that affects the system, and if Norton can keep us safe against this unknown malware. The first one seems to have executed. I didn't get any pop-up for that. Let's try the second one. Seems like it created some kind of log file. Now, Norton Sonar does take some time to respond to threats because the file has to perform some kind of malicious behavior, which is then monitored in the cloud, and it's a pretty complex process. And it's not exactly immediate. It's more of a reactive kind of thing than a proactive thing. It finds malicious things out and then it removes it and tries to roll back the actions. So we'll see how well that goes. Don't worry, I'll leave Sonar some time to clean up threats before I get started with the evaluation process. Now, I don't know how many of these threats are actually active. Maybe Norton has removed the malicious payload from inside some of these. Let's open up Kill Switch so that we can take a look at it side by side. This is Express Installer, which was blocked from accessing the internet. So Norton's firewall blocked that. Let's see if it can still download adware. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not gonna wait for these websites to load. Let's just see if it did anything. So far, it looks pretty good for Norton. I don't see any malicious files over here. Here's another adware type thing, and seems like it failed too. Maybe Norton's firewall is blocking them from downloading their crap, which is great. Finally, here's a Sonar pop-up, so it removed some malicious file, and it says restart is required. I'm going to restart after I finish executing the malware because I don't want to do this again and again. Here's the security request. It says restart now. Seems like there's something wrong because it was probably using service host or something, and now the system is totally screwed. So I guess I have to restart. So I'm going to reboot and then we'll continue running some of these threats and then we're going to continue from there on. So first I'm going to restart. After rebooting, everything looks fine, although for some reason it seems that the setting to view hidden files has been modified. It was not turned on. I'm not sure if some type of malware did that, or if it was just a side effect of something else. I don't know. Let's just continue. We'll go from bottom up this time. This is odd. Norton is still turned on, as you can see. Okay, it's trying to give me some report. Norton, this is not the time. Come on. So far, we don't have any major threats on our system. Or maybe they're hiding in there. I don't know. We'll find out. So I'll just run a few more files. I think we've run enough. I'll just run a couple more. Lots of weird error messages. So I guess that's that. We're gonna stop here, and it seems like most of our files have failed. So now I'm going to let the system run for a few minutes and see if I find any activity. Otherwise, I'm just going to reboot it, and then we'll run CCleaner, and then we're going to run our second opinion scanners. And we'll see how well Norton did. I didn't really notice any activity, so I went ahead and performed the second opinion scans, and we did not detect anything. Neither Malwarebytes, nor Hitman Pro, nor Zamana found any threats on the system. Norton managed to keep a clean sheet, which is a huge improvement over the last time's result. So kudos to Norton for that. It was a pretty big improvement both in the detection test and the 0-day test. But as always, I'm going to recommend you to Check out multiple reviews before coming to a decision. Don't jump to conclusions. And this is not my last review of Norton Security in 2016. I'll keep following up, and I'll probably make another review sometime in the future, so stay tuned for that. But as for this test, Norton did a fantastic job, because at the end of the day, we have a clean system. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Do like the video if you did, and share it. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Leo from the PC Security channel. Stay informed, stay secure.